Reasons to still support the Lakers. Can we trade an entire NBA team? How to kidnap Damian Lillard. Is it too late to return this jacket? What can I say besides I saw this coming? I've already talked about this in 2 or 3 videos where I've said that if the Lakers see the Blazers in the playoffs, the Blazers are gonna make it a real problem for the Lakers. And the first time I said this was before the bubble even started. And I really hoped I was wrong, and I was hoping for the Lakers to sweep the Blazers so that we could just move on to the next round. But the truth is, Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers have that dog in them that the Lakers just don't have. Damian Lillard has had a chip over his shoulder for a while now. Lillard is already 30 years old. He doesn't have a championship. How many times has he been snubbed from being an all-star? Over the past 2 to 3 years, how many times have people in the media said that Stephen Curry and Kyrie Irving are top-tier point guards and Damian Lillard is the tier below them? And then recently, all this commotion with Skip Bayless, with Paul George, you guys know the story. And then Carmelo Anthony obviously has a lot to prove as well, because he was fortunate to get a chance to come back into the NBA after nobody wanted to sign him, so he's out here playing with a chip over his shoulder. Every single game for Carmelo Anthony is a statement game to him. He wants to show every team who passed up on him just how foolish they were for passing up on him. And overall, the Portland Trail Blazers just have more heart than the Lakers right now, with the exception of LeBron and maybe a couple other guys. The Portland Trail Blazers barely made the playoffs. So you think they're gonna make the playoffs and say, oh, we're here, it's time to relax. Who cares if we lose in the first round? We weren't really supposed to be here. No, of course not. They had to fight extremely hard, from being the 9th seed to catching the Memphis Grizzlies to Damian going crazy all of last week. So now that they're here, they're gonna make the best of it. Meanwhile, the Lakers were celebrating being the 1st seed a couple weeks ago. And after we clinched the 1st seed, I said in a video that I don't really care about that because all that matters is if we win the championship or not. And last night really proved all of this. The Blazers as a whole just look like they have way more heart. So what caused the Lakers to lose this game? Like I've said in the past, the Lakers are a terrible perimeter defensive team. And it just so happens that the Blazers' best players are perimeter players. So you can see the correlation. When one team is terrible at guarding the perimeter and the other team's best scorers are perimeter players, it's not going to look too good for the team who can't guard the perimeter. It's like a boxer who doesn't know how to defend his chin having to box Mike Tyson. It's not going to go too well if you can't defend yourself. And that's what the Lakers are looking like right now. Jusuf Nurkic. Before the bubble even started, how many times did I say that when the Portland Trail Blazers get Jusuf Nurkic back, he is going to be a huge factor for them? And I remember some people in the comments were saying that I'm crazy. A couple nights ago, he had a triple-double, and last night against my Lakers, he had 16 and 15. So once again, it's really looking like the Lakers just have no answer for the Portland Trail Blazers. And last night, the Lakers couldn't even buy a bucket. They're spending millions and millions of dollars on acquiring these players, yet somehow we can't even buy a free throw. We shot 20 for 31 from the free throw line. That's around 60%. That's a D, you guys. If this was school, they would get a D. And it's not like anyone's guarding your free throws. They are the exact same free throws you've been shooting since elementary school. What were you doing during quarantine? You can't tell me multi-millionaires couldn't find a place to shoot free throws. And not just free throws, but we shot 35% from the field. That's just absolutely pitiful. And last night, the Lakers shot 32 threes, and of those 32, they only made 5 for 32. Serious question, what are we doing? Can't shoot free throws. If you can't make a 3, okay, fine. Not every single day your 3s are gonna fall. I mean, even for a bad shooting night, there really is no excuse for your whole team to only have 5 threes. But if your 3s aren't falling, take the ball to the hole. I don't know why we didn't take the ball to the hole more often, because we scored 50 points in the paint and the Blazers only scored 28 points in the paint. So after the first 15 missed 3-pointers or something, why not just go back to doing what was working originally? 50 points in the paint. Our team scored 93 points in total. Literally more than half of our points came from points in the paint. So why not continue taking the ball to the basket? There's no excuse for going 5 for 32 from 3, especially when you're making so many points in the paint. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Where's the common sense? If you can't make a 3 and it seems like you're not missing in the paint, why not take the ball to the paint? I don't know about you guys, but it doesn't really seem like rocket science to me. LeBron James, holy moly. After how LeBron played last night, I might want to name my first kid after him. LeBron had 23 points, 16 assists, and 17 rebounds. That stat line just speaks for itself. And I don't want to start this whole narrative of LeBron doesn't have any help in Los Angeles like people start every single year. Guys, LeBron handpicked this team just like he does every other team. But I do feel bad for LeBron, I will admit. It must suck to ball your heart out there just to have KCP have a triple single. In 30 minutes of play, KCP had 1 point, 1 assist, and 1 rebound. I don't even know what excuse to make for that. In 30 minutes, you know how many touches you get? If all you do is continue to pass the ball around the perimeter, I guarantee someone's gonna catch it and shoot it and there's an assist. In 30 minutes, a rebound is guaranteed to just fall into your hands at some point. How do you only have 1 assist and 1 rebound? That just doesn't make any sense to me. Alex Caruso, just how I always speak the truth when he does really good, I have to speak the truth when he does really bad. In 30 minutes, Caruso only had 2 points. And I would have given him a pass if he was playing phenomenal defense like he normally does. But no, Caruso could not guard either of the other team's guards. To be fair, everybody tried guarding Dame and CJ. Kuzma tried, Green tried, Caruso tried, and in response, Dame and CJ just had a field day on the Lakers. And speaking of how terrible our defense was, look at this play right here where Caruso and Kuzma just decided to leave the bubble MVP wide open for a 3. Why were y'all so concerned about taking a charge? Guard the guy with the ball. If it was Kwame Brown, okay, leave him open. But the bubble MVP, the guy who just scored 60 and 50 in back-to-back games, the guy who everyone knows has a huge chip over his shoulder. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It just really doesn't make any sense. I try giving players the benefit of the doubt every single time because at the end of the day, they are the ones on the court. It's not me, it's not you feel me? But things like this, I can't even think of a benefit of the doubt to give them. I can't even think of an excuse. There's nothing. It's just ridiculous. Like, where's the basketball IQ? How do you leave the guy who's currently the hottest shooter in the NBA wide open? But now that I've critiqued my Lakers, Portland Trailblazers, you guys look phenomenal, not gonna lie. As much as I hate to admit that because it's coming at the expense of my Lakers, you guys look like a very, very good team. In fact, you guys looked like the 1st seed and we looked like the 8th seed. Your ball movement, oh my goodness. It's like you guys got paid an extra 10 bucks every pass. The ball movement looked absolutely beautiful from you guys last night. Even Lillard, who has been the hottest guy in the NBA for the past week and a half, he is still playing like an unselfish point guard. Don't get me wrong, he's out here getting his buckets, but if he sees an open man or if he sees a guy that has a better shot than he does at the moment, he does not hesitate to pass the ball. And it doesn't matter if you're a Lakers fan, a Boston fan, or a fan of any team, you have to respect an unselfish superstar. Not only that, but the Trailblazers as a whole controlled the entire pace of the game. Whenever they wanted a fast break, they pushed the ball. Or if they wanted to set up their offense, they slowed the ball down and set up their offense. And Carmelo Anthony, holy Moses, I am happy for this guy. A few years ago, you guys remember that he was not willing to accept the bench role no matter what. He wanted to be the guy and the guy only. And I gotta say, he looks extremely happy with his role. Not only that, but he is contributing a whole lot. I think he had more than 20 points in 3 or 4 games in a row. And last night he had 11, 10, and 5. And a good chunk of those 11 came in the 4th quarter when they needed buckets. So dude, Carmelo, I'm happy for that guy. I just wish it wasn't at the expense of my Lakers. Now the good news for us Lakers fans, like I've said in a couple videos, I have the Lakers in 6. I know Portland won last night, and hey, they're a really good team. It's not like they're not gonna win a game or 2, you know? But it's not very often that we're only gonna make 5 threes. I really hope I don't see another game where we shoot 60-something% from the free throw line. The Lakers only had single-digit turnovers, so that's a very good sign. We had 50 points in the paint, so that shows that we can score in the paint against the Blazers defense. And if the rest of the team just comes to play, I think we'll be okay. So that's really it. Please give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. Comment your thoughts down below. Subscribe if you're new. And I want to thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers. A few days ago, we hit 1,000 subscribers, and yesterday I applied for the YouTube Partner Program, which is basically what allows you to get monetized. And I'm fortunate enough for them to have already accepted my application. And quite frankly, it's all due to you guys. So thank you guys very much. I really enjoy making these basketball videos and interacting with your opinions down below in the comment section. So you guys helping me reach this milestone is something I'm very grateful for. So thank you guys for the support. Thank you for smashing that like button. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Lakers 2020 champs. Bye. If you're still here, consider watching this other video I picked out for you down below. Please just watch it. I'm trying to get to 300 subs, so go watch that video. Let me know what y'all think. And hit the like button on that video too. All right, see you guys.